What's going on? My name's Aydian Dowling, and I am a transgender activist, coach, and the board president of a transgender nonprofit called Point of Pride that serves trans people around the world. I have had the privilege of coming out twice in my life. First time I was 16 and I came out as a lesbian to my mom in a letter that I dropped off at her job and waited anxiously for her to get home to see if she was going to be okay with it. Luckily, she was. And then I came out again as a transgender man when I was 22 years old, and that was a lot different. It felt a lot scarier, honestly, to come out as transgender as it did to come out as a lesbian. After crying, myself and her, and talking about our fears, and me also talking about how good I was starting to feel, starting to live my life as a man, she accepted me, and that meant a lot for me. I started taking hormones. The way people treated me changed because I went from being seen as a female to being seen as a male. The services I used, like the bathrooms and the locker rooms and where I shopped, all changed. In my country, the USA, coming out as LGBTQ can really go either way. It really depends on people's particular morals and values. And it took me a long time to realize the impact I had on the community, being on the Ellen DeGeneres show twice, recording my entire transition for the last 11 years, and being named the first transgender man on the cover of Men's Health magazine. I hope it allowed a different kind of storyline for transgender people out there, specifically for trans masculine and transgender men. I didn't know that we really existed when I first came out, so I think that it helped the movement a lot, and I really hope that my work will continue to help the movement. I say the only story you should really be sharing is your personal story. It's really the only thing that you can speak on because you've never lived the life of someone else, so you can't assume what it is to be in another person's shoes in the world. We all hear about different people who have different illnesses or disabilities, but you don't really notice or realize what that is like until you have your friend become disabled or your parent get cancer. I mean, that's when you actually feel the weight of what that is like. Everyone has a unique, special, beautiful story, and I'd love to hear more and more of them. I feel really lucky to feel proud of a lot of things that I've done in my activism journey, and I don't really know where all that courage came from, but I think it was me really just knowing that the choices I make in my life are not just for me, they're for the entire community. I'm proud to be part of the LGBTQ community because we are so strong. We are resilient, we are powerful, we are proud of who we are. We don't take no for an answer, and we fight for each other. It doesn't matter if you're, a lesbian or gay or trans or bisexual or queer. We all fight for one another because we are in this together, and that is beautiful. I want to invite you to share your coming out story. If you feel safe and you feel like sharing your voice, I want to hear it. We want to hear it. The world, the community, we all need to continue to share our stories because that is what really changes lives, and that is what changes perspective, and that's how we can get more rights for each other, we can have more safe spaces for each other, and our community can truly thrive.